So Barb, let's begin with the often asked question of how does it feel to win your first CCI 3-star at Galway Downs?
I'm trying not to swear, but it feels awesome.
What swear word would you use?
It starts with an F, ends with a G.
What does this mean to you?
Just Reddy and I have been working together so hard for so long, and I think, wow, he's 15. I probably only have a couple more seasons with him. Why couldn't he only be 11? Well, because when he was 11, he was unrideable. So we've paid our dues, and now he and I just are so together. It just feels amazing, and it means everything to me.
And you've had him since he was very young, or no, you've read him?
Yeah, I had him since he was born, so.
Yeah, so that must mean even more to you.
It's pretty awesome. It's really, I was there when he was born. I was the first one on him. Everything. I've done everything with him, and it's very rewarding.
Do your parents come to all your events?
They're actually my husband's parents.
Okay.
So they come to as many as they can. They're very, very into the horses, and they love it. And
They're very
they're so much fun, so much fun.
And your husband and your kids are all with you here.
Yep, my daughter was riding in the junior novice division, and
His name is
Jordan.
Jordan.
What's your husband's name?
Martin.
What do you spell it?
Martin, M-A-R-T-I-N.
Okay. Sorry, I missed
Yeah, no, that's okay. And he's really, really into it. He loves being an owner, and he's also my vet, which is convenient. So we make kind of a good team, the three of us.
So when you went into show jumping, obviously no one had gone clear yet. Were you concerned about the track?
I was ready to vomit. I wasn't concerned about the track. I mean, he's an amazing show jumper, and I've done some jumper shows, quite a bit bigger than this, and he's great. He's super reliable, but there's always that cheap rail that I think just about everybody experienced out there today, and I was just hoping that we wouldn't get tagged by one. And he was breathing fire and just jumping the heck out of everything. So it was he puts on a show. He likes to go out there. He knows what counts, and when it really matters, he jumps clean, like every time.
That's nice.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
So, you talked about how you weren't even going to do a CCI 3-star again. Now you want this. So, what do you do now?
Put him in the field. Give us a chance. Yeah, exactly. Leave him in there. He looked good.
I'm not sure. I literally decided to come here last month at the AECs, and he's been feeling super fit, and so I felt that if I do a lot of swimming with him because I'm concerned about the longevity of his legs, and so I kind of doubled up on his swimming, and it really paid off. He felt so incredibly fit this weekend. And I'm a little amazed. I was worried that it wasn't going to work, and I was paying really close attention to him yesterday to make sure that he was fit enough and he felt good. And yeah, he just felt amazing. So I'm thrilled. And he was super sound this morning, and so I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know. He's definitely got a vacation coming. But, you want to say the R word for spring, but I'm a little scared too right now, so I won't.
And Buck being out there the last to go, and suddenly there are no horses and nobody else riding around. You go in there and you can hear a pin drop.
He's used to that.
Well, what goes through your mind? How do you?
Yeah, I'm fortunate that I'm in that situation. A lot. I have, a nice string of horses, great owners, and honestly, it never crossed my mind that I was going to hit a rail. I knew Barb was going to jump clean, and so that wasn't a surprise. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I have to go jump clean. I knew I was going to have to jump clean today, and it never crossed my mind that I wouldn't. And it just, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's just last week at Fair Hill, really hard show jumping at 4 clears, but I hit so many fences and they stayed up. And I touched one today with Sean, and it fell. It's part of the sport. It's but it's a great. I think it's so cool that Barb has done everything with the horse, made the horse, worked extremely hard to get it to the level that she has, and she deserved to win. She beat me, and we have no excuses. My horse jumped awesome, and I didn't think I rode terribly, and it's just one of those things. And she won fair and square, and but it's a tribute to the hard work and dedication and what this sport's about, right? And it's cool to see that. It's I'm fortunate to have the horses that I have, but when you see somebody go through the struggles of the ups and downs, and I know it from from all the horses that I have, because I like to make them myself too. But to see it being born and all that stuff is cool. I mean, that's got to be.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's what my dad talks about all the time. It's a dream, right? And so it's couldn't be happier for her. It's a great thing. And for my horse, he was awesome. He had 3 of the best phases he's ever had. And so he came up second. He still won the pro horse of the year, and he's still only 8 years old. So couldn't be happier. Especially for her, that's a cool thing to see how far what she's made of a really difficult horse, and that's what this sport's about, horsemanship. And she did it better than the rest of us this weekend.
It's gonna make me cry.
No need to cry. That's awesome. That's so cool. You have the whole family.
Happy tears.
Yeah,
Happy tears.
Exactly. I'll be crying. So.
Do you have any thoughts on what happened to the fence that you did have down?
Yeah, I didn't jump high enough. I got there the way I wanted to, and honestly, I didn't know I had it down. I know we had touched it, but I didn't think we hit it hard enough to fall. And when I made the turn, I looked back and I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I just lost the event. Oh, well. And, but it's really the only fence he touched the whole time. Jersey, I think we moved a few standards. We did a few, we got lucky. It's the way the sport goes. I mean, we've all been on both ends of it, and so, I wouldn't say he's a bad show jumper. I wouldn't say that anything, just one of those days, the better person won this weekend. That's the way it's supposed to be.
You spent a lot of the warm-up just trotting. Was that just to try and get him relaxed and settled?
Yeah, I mean, he really does. I mean, he really tries. He sometimes gets in his own way, like a little bit, like the combination going down the outside line, like if you have to touch him, he sometimes doesn't always stay together, and that's a little bit the baby in him. I mean, I was thinking back to Jersey. I think we nearly ran out the second fence in the show jumping, like he's just a bit of a baby, and, it's just trying to get him relaxed, and just, he jumps well. He doesn't want to hit them. He just, sometimes loses his form. So it's just lots of exercises to work on his form. And, I called Silvio this morning and talked to him about what I should do, what I shouldn't do. And, even in the warm-up, changed the bit just to the snaffle rein. Like I said, he was great. He did 3 of the best phases he's ever done. Maybe on the scoreboard it doesn't look as good as it has, but from a riding standpoint and a feel standpoint, he was better than he's ever been. And, really, really excited with how he went yesterday and how he finished up. And, we'll move forward and see where we go. But, of course, nobody likes to lose. That's, but I am proud of him, for sure.
And Maya, what did you think of your round today, your performance today?
I mean, overall, I was really pleased with him. I mean, he went out there and was jumping really, really well. I really couldn't have asked him to be, any better. And I had the very last fence down, which again, is a bit of a bummer. But I feel like we've come a long ways this year, and I was just pleased with, how he handled it, and was able to, I was able to ride him forward through my turns, and I just felt like he was jumping really well. And I was really pleased with him. I think that it's definitely going in the right direction.
So you said that he'll stay here now since you're over here. So what's your plan? Are you going to head back east at some point and keep working for Jan?
Yeah, I mean, my plan right now is to go back east for next season, and I'll drive him back probably sometime end of December or around then.
How far is it from here to Washington?
It's about 26, 27 hours.
Okay, so not close.
No,
Not super long.
It's a long I think Florida to New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where he's going to go back with the owners?
Yeah, he'll go back to Washington. Yeah, to the owner's place. Maybe if I go home for Christmas, he'll come visit me for, a week or so at my place.
So it has to feel pretty good that they were able to see him do so well. They don't get to watch you very often.
Yeah, it was fun. Like Don, they're shoers and Dawn comes out and shoes them every 5 weeks, and so she's got to see me and him quite a bit over this last year, but John, her husband, I haven't seen him since December, so it was fun for him. Oh, that's not quite true. They came out to Richland. I kind of tried to forget that weekend, but yeah. But yeah. So it was great to see him.
Let them see you have redemption too.
Yeah.
Barb, what were you thinking before and during and after the show jumping? You looked pretty excited when you finished. What was going through your mind before? What did you think? Oh, I got to do this.
Just don't mess them up, pretty much. Just go in there, be forward, because I always feel like if I have a good canter, it's not quite enough. So I kind of have to go in there and feel like I'm galloping a bit. And then I just went out there and rode each fence. I tried not to think too far ahead, because because I'll get ahead of myself if I do that. So I just tried to ride each fence, and then when I jumped the last fence and I knew I had gone clean, it was such an incredible relief. And especially because that last rail, like several people were beautiful and then just tapped that last fence. And it was like, I was going through the triple going, he always jumps through triples beautifully, like absolutely beautifully. I'm like, no. You got one more. And it's kind of important. And, so I really, after that triple, I really sat back and asked him to just wait up for me a little bit. And he did. Maybe stuck his tongue out and shook his head when he did it. I don't know. But he waited for me and then jumped it. And when I heard that, he didn't tap it, it was just so exciting, because I don't think he tapped it. I know it didn't come down. So, it was such an incredible relief.
And do you have any siblings of him?
Yeah, actually, a half sister of his did the 1 star, and she's 6. Same sire. No, nothing out of that. I don't have anything on the same mare. She had one other baby that didn't really want to be an event horse.
That's what you mentioned.
Yeah, and then we couldn't get any more babies out of her. Her uterus decided it was done. So but I do, like I said, I do have, and then he has another brother at home, half brother, same sire, who's 5, who's having some little physical issues that we're trying to work out right now. But he's really cool, and really like the stallion. He's really nice. He just seems to pass on these fabulous jumpers. His little sister in the 1 star, she's still pretty green, so our placing wasn't real great, but she was just a rock star this weekend and jumps like amazing.
And you guys have a breeding business, right?
No, we just breed a little bit. We, typically breed a mare a year. And then we've gone a few years without having any. We have like a 3-year gap that we didn't have anything. And but then, last year we had another baby, and then she's pregnant again. And we're trying to do an embryo with my other mare, Over Easy. Actually, to Reddy's sire. Over Easy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were crazy.
So yeah, we have some pretty exciting youngsters coming along, and yeah, so we're trying to do an embryo with Over Easy with Reddy's sire Irkomina. We tried last year and we weren't successful, but she was super fit, and I haven't been working her quite as hard. We're kind of trying to gain some confidence back, and she's lost a lot of fitness, which is good. So I'm hoping that it'll be a little easier this spring to get an embryo from her. So
do you end up, it seems like you end up with the horses you ride, or mostly the horses you breed.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to sort of look elsewhere very often?
no.
It's nice.
Yeah, I couldn't afford to. We have too many horses.
It's always the case, right?
We have way too many horses, and it's hard because I like them all, so we never sell them. And I'm like, wait, we can't sell that one. What are you talking about? but it is. I just find it so rewarding to see them born, and like we have one at home who's 10 months old now, and she's I'm so excited about her. She's just so beautiful and super sweet, and but she's 10 months old. You better. Hi.
Go out and grow up.
Yep, exactly. Oh, you're really ugly right now.
Yeah. Let's put that one on the back before you so nobody sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's I think it puts a whole different kind of level in it. Sometimes I'm really jealous of the people that get the horses. When they get them, they're going prelim or intermediate, and they're already proving themselves. And then part of me feels like I wouldn't know what to do with it, because these the horses, everything that I'm riding, pretty much that I've started them. I've known them since they were babies. I've started them. I've brought them along, and I know what to expect from them, and they know what to expect from me, and we really develop a language together. So, I'd like to try maybe getting on somebody else's advanced horse and seeing if I can learn their language, but it hasn't happened yet. So.
And you just have the one daughter?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's plenty.
She's 11.
Yeah, she's 11.
Yeah, one kid is plenty.
Yeah, and then she's so awesome. I feel like if we had tried again, we would have gotten something horrible.
Yeah, most likely.
I mean, she was like the easiest baby. She's just been the best kid ever. And she likes horses. I mean, really, what more could I want? I'd get some monster that just wanted to play with trucks or something. I don't know. Dress up.
Be a dressage rider.
At least it would be horses. No, but seriously, no. She's just an awesome little kid, and we have a great time together. And she thinks she's pretty lucky because she doesn't have a sibling to compete with to get all the good stuff.
Did you breed her any ponies or horses?
No, not yet. No, well, I mean, she's in line for ready,
Okay,
but she doesn't get him.
quite yet.
She's got a while.
Not this year.
Not for a while.
Brady's not ready to be that.
No, we actually she just graduated from her 23-year-old POA to this fabulous little Connemara, and they're having a great time. She actually had speed faults on cross country today, and she thought that was the best. So I'm like, maybe you need to slow him down a little, but I like it when he goes that fast. Okay, hard to argue.
Maybe she should move to Pennsylvania to pony race.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah, we don't have that
They're
out
taking
here.
care. They're getting rid of the speed faults now, aren't they?
It's
read
a
that
rule
somewhere?
change proposal,
Up
yes.
in the air.
Well, they're making it so that at novice you can go preliminary speed.
Sounds like a good idea. They made an advanced speed, that'd be even better, right?
for
Back when
Jordan,
I
it
was
would.
a kid, that's how I was. Like, could I go 2 minutes faster than time?
Anybody else? Anything else?
All good. I'll let you guys go.
Awesome. Thank you,
Congratulations,
guys.
Thank you so
Barry.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming to talk to us.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having
Well
us.
done.
Having us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go celebrate, Barb.